Hang on, guys. This is Railuge, and I have an announcement. I have decided I'm going to open up my Discord. So, you, and it's in the down below. Alright. Hello, guys. This is Dr. Rad again. I promised you that I'd be bringing you an interesting, SCP this time. Although I kind of like the gummies. The gummies were kind of cool. Now, this is something you don't see every day. SCP R007 is classified as Apollyon. Yes, Apollyon, not Cater, not Euclid, but Apollyon. This means that this particular SCP cannot be contained. Part of it says that it has a chance or will create a end of the world scenario. However, this one does not have the worldwide destruction capability. Anyway, you'll see in a minute. Containment procedures. SCP-R007 is to be monitored in all the areas that it has been reported being seen. All pedestrians are to avoid the area at all costs. If a pedestrian is seen in the area of a R007's area of manifest, they are to be shooed away, carried away, or at extreme measures terminated. All news articles, citing reports, or blogs talking about SCP-R007 are to be debunked. Anybody that has witnessed an instance of manifest of R007 is to be given grade A amnesiacs. Description: SCP R007 is a locomotive train where the engine and the cars are made of human flesh. It manifests in areas where the site of SCP's R007 are unseen. An example, through tunnels, around canyons, through thick forests, and etc. But you get the idea, you know? It's like, as long as it is hard to see it, it will just appear. And it will keep going along the track towards a station. Does not matter size, place, or use of the station, even if it's abandoned or still being used. And it will disappear when view of the SCP R007 is out of view. If anybody gets hit or even slightly touches SCP R007, they will be assimilated into the mass of the locomotive. all clothes, hair, bones, and any non-organic part that's not a part of the person will be discarded onto the floor. What is a like straight away. There seems to be no conductor of SCP R007. There seems to be no sentience to the locomotive. It's just moving from point A to point B. There has been attempts to capture SCP R007 on video, and all civilians that have tried to document proof of this anomaly has been administered type A amnesiacs, and their evidence has been contained. It is impossible to successfully contain SCP R007 because of the anomalous effect. Attempts to capture SCP R007. Addendum 1. The Task Force Jaegerbomb was sent in to try to obtain SCP R007 by using the latest, highest techniques of hazmat suits available to the Foundation. However, even wearing those, when they touch the locomotive of SCP-S or R007, he was pulled directly through the suit and was still fused in with the mass of the locomotive. Explosives were used to try to derail the locomotive. However, it kept going through regardless of missing track, missing ground, a huge explosion going on, and apparently missing wheels. A large redacted was placed in front of a manifested instance of SCP R007. However, the locomotive just plowed right through that, regardless of redacted. Reality bending anomalies were used to try to obtain SCP R007, but it all had no effect. So now that's why the containment procedure is now to just keep an eye on the known areas where it manifests, to go and check out areas where it's been rumored to manifest, and to keep citizens away. The following addendum is the biggest instance of someone trying to record an instance of R007. A Addendum 6. A group of famous paranormal investigators had caught rumor of a manifestation of R007 without the knowledge of the Foundation. They set up their camp at the area where the locomotive was said to manifest. They set up camera. The lead investigator, Mac Redacted, started recording their intro to their episode. They situated themselves in front of one of the parts of the track that R007 was said to be seen. As Mac Redacted went to talk about the locomotive popping up in its description, he is dramatically walking backwards while looking at the camera, with his hands moving. He stops on the train track for dramatic emphasis when the entire group suddenly heard a train whistle. Mac Redacted had no time to respond, and the train came at speeds of Redacted, hitting Mac straight on and leaving behind nothing but his clothes, his recording devices, hair, teeth, bones, redacted, and his crew members stared on in shock. The train was only manifested for a few seconds before rounding the corner into an alley and disappearing. Mac Redacted's rest of the crew came up to try to figure out what happened. They dropped the camera and then knelt down and started just breaking down and going insane. When they reported what happened, an agent that was monitoring calls based on sites of SCP R007 arrived on the scene, took the reports from all the crew members, administrated Class A amnesiacs to everybody that was on the scene, and fabricated a story where Mac Redacted got tired of filming the flamboyant series of paranormal investigation, and he publicly, on Twitter, admitted that he faked every single one of their evidences. The crew have no idea where Mac Redacted had gone. They lost contact of him, and they've quit the paranormal investigation career. All footage of SCP's R007 and all the other footage of all the other investigations they've done has been claimed by the Foundation and are now stored in a locker at site, redacted. It is unknown at this point if they had investigated other instances of SCPs, but with their entire series being debunked, and now the entire crew of Redacted is now considered as faked. All of their evidence is now invalid, captured, and it really does not matter what their evidence was. So, that was R007, the flesh locomotive. And let me tell you, this one, it gives me the creeps. I mean, you see this picture, right? It's not a good thing. And the fact that all attempts to contain it, even with reality morphers, it just, and there's a long list of ways they try to capture this thing. It's not even sure if it's one instance, if it goes anywhere when it manifests, or anything. It's very little known as very little is known about this thing. So let me know what you think in the non-comment section down below, because we're totally not on YouTube. I'm just talking to a bunch of people. Hi, people. And also, if you've got any like sightings of SCP R007, we would like to know so that we can go and properly contain the area that it manifests in. And for now, I think this is all the restricted SCPs that I can find. So yeah, I guess we're good. I do plan on reading some more SCPs from the actual like Foundation files. So this is oh no, I've been spotted! I need to run! Editor's note. All these SCPs that I have made are going to matter to another project that I am doing. I will update you guys with more information as I continue producing this project, but more information will be known in my Discord server, which the link is in the description down below. So, and it's free. You can go and look at it. It doesn't matter. I got some fun things to do in there that you can interact with the channel. So go and see that if you wish. So, until next time, stay white and nerdy.